Does it work? I have no clue. Nor do I know how this sounds. It might be loud. It might not be. I don't hear anything. No. Delete save data. That's what I need to do. And turn up my headphone volume a little bit. Okay, let's see. Duct taped it is. Exactly, what could go wrong? Yes, I have played stand variable before. Doesn't matter. Wait, when did that get there? Did I update the plugin? I might have updated vertical, so now there's an ad. Ooh. So I know. I put this to 70. That looks fine. General, this was 2. You on. Content warnings on. And I think that's it. So if I press end, that will reset the time. Hello, Blaster Mac. How shit is it sounding? Also, how are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I am just gonna mess about with a setup that apparently works. I don't mind. Okay, let's see. Timer. Give me time while I practice. Ah, it works. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this feels good.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
Too
to
much
the
to
meeting
focus
room.
on right
Perhaps
now.
He had simply missed a memo.
Oh. Don't get distracted. Let's see, what am I supposed to do again
Stanley
in this
came to
run?
a set of 2 open doors.
He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Okay, I remember what to do. You have to go
Feeling a wave of
down
disbelief,
and then do the
Stanley
magic
decided
key.
to go up to his boss, coming to a staircase.
So
Stanley
in
walked
theory,
upstairs
I
to
need
his
to
boss's
buffer the
office.
key here and then go. Yes. That's good.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Right, now we get tape
Stanley
recorder.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I think
a
I'm
memo.
yelling because I don't even hear myself through my headphones right now, and that is annoying. Like, I've
When
also
Stanley came
always
to a
been
set
used
of
to like
2
hearing
open
myself
doors, this was
through my
not the
headphones
correct
and
way
just
to the meeting room,
not having
and
that right
Stanley
now.
knew it perfectly well.
It ain't fun.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Just to admire it. But there was no... Oh,
Yes.
it's truly a room worth admiring. Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. I haven't played this game too much,
Stanley was
by the
so
way.
bad at following directions.
It's
incredible he
incredible. It was fired
5
years ago. Whoop. There. Now I can hear myself again.
Stanley
Many
had
was
now
settled
gotten
himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
You
Hello.
didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all
I
to
think I
be
can
in the
hear
main
stairs.
character's imagination, you must
Absolutely bolt off the couch in
pure
shock at
the
the phenomenal and intricate storytelling.
It must be
so simple to be you.
Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
Now I've become sad. What you've done to me. This is all your fault. Hey, cool. I'm muted. New content.
What could it mean? Stanley
I keep thinking like, boss's office. No. New content. Always new content. New content? What does that mean? New content. It means speedrun time. I really need to get a live split working. But that is a thing for another day, because I can't be asked to deal with like B-rep and stuff, and
Ultra Deluxe.
in-game timer works just as well.
Know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in
2013
on
home computers.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features
that's right, coming up.
content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences
honestly,
the world over.
The moment I can get like close to like 30 or something, I know that I'm safe from Polyster's grasp, because he's aiming for sub 37. But if I can get it consistently below 38, I'm gonna call that a win.
Ultra Deluxe content.
But that's kind of my goal. Sub 38.
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a
mesmerizing adventure. What was my time on the leaderboard? 37 something? I think it was 37 something.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Give me the content, Stanley.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe
mostly tedious.
It's as if them. Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content,
Stanley. Okay, jump circle. Let's go.
All right.
So I think.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Nope, not that. I think let's go a little bit to the side. There you go.
Is that it?
I still don't know how that works, but I'm feeling if you hit it that on, you're less likely to hit it.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not.
So I'm like paying attention to those details right now.
And jumping.
Is this what passes for exciting new content?
If this is new content,
then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable
Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. Yeah!
Wait, there's more. Very good. Yes.
I knew there had to be something else. Oh, that was a very, very wide turn.
Whatever it is.
That's it?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, test achievement. Please ignore.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Yeah.
Just you and me
having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend? No. And we're still gonna do it either way. Psst, Stanley, over here in the vent.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Memory zone, where we
how
can
cheap and
jump.
unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be. Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Take a look. Oops, bump.
I call it
the memory zone.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life
whenever I want.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley... And over here is where I keep reviews
Visually on
of the
time?
Stanley Parable. Like this
Look, Ma,
stunning
I
triumph
can
of
jump.
games journalism, 10 out of 10 from
Destructoid.com.
James Stephanie
Sterling writes, and I quote, "We're so
many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game
I hope
ever
there will be a
created.
skip
Did you
for this
hear that,
someday.
Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing
But the thing is, this
the
is
original
using a
Stanley
portal.
Parable was. It was literally
So,
every
very
game
likely not.
ever created.
It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them.
And
now it's nothing.
It's no
Nothing
games
at
at all.
all.
It isn't
It
even
is
the
Stanley
Stanley Parable
Parable
anymore.
anymore.
It's just a husk now.
A lifeless husk. With an hour of new video content. I wouldn't say an hour of new video game content, but you know.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some
No
of the most
collision!
enjoyable, surprising and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't
dare
you
they
get
not
it,
have
Stanley?
collision?
The game was perfect.
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of
Come
time
on,
collecting
open up.
dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back
to have it all over again. Wait, what's this? These are reviews from the Steam video game curator or something. I don't know these lines because they never play during the speedrun. So, because we're currently soft locked, let's see. There we go. Ooh, first try.
Honestly,
fuck! No! No!
Obnoxious and
Soft lock!
funny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Unfunny!
I'm not trying to be funny.
That sucked. That sucked. Yes, I have played this in a variable before. It's 1 a.m. Obviously. And loud game incoming. Settings.
This
Video still fine. These the two. You on. Show content warnings. Hit the end key and go. Oop.
all of this code.
Oh, because we're gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. That was painful. Into a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yet there was not a
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Stanley walked upstairs to his
and hold
office.
F. Good enough.
All of his
Because we're gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
When Stanley
Came to a set of two open doors.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No,
Perhaps
that's
he wanted to
left.
stop by the employee lounge
First, just to admire it. Truly a room worth admiring. Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door to his left.
Stanley was so
bad at following directions. It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Now don't fall off. Because that would have been painful.
Stanley
Had
had
now
now
sold
gotten
himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path It seemed the office had begun.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you.
Narrator dialogue.
An unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest
Narrator
of us do.
dialogue. Nice.
Now
I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. It's all your fault.
All of his
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go up to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed the memo. New content? What's that? New content.
What does that mean?
It means new content. So, how's your evening? Hopefully everyone is doing alright. I'm just practicing so I could kick Hollister's butt. He's gonna go down if you guess,
was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
I also realized that the cool thing is completely out of frame. I have the Lego art right there behind me with like a Lester behind it, and it's just completely out of frame.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in
the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. You know what? Let's try out my my theory for Jump Circle.
I'm excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Let's see if I can single cycle it.
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just
the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. And of course, it would be stupid if I walked back into it.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we
be moving somewhere or?
Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yes, new content, new content, new content, new content. Give me the content, new content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Mostly tedious.
It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Okay, where are the corners?
All right, let's see it.
There.
The jump circle?
Nope. Okay. Okay. That seemed to work.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content.
That was a 2-cycle. That's not bad.
Another elevator.
That is really not bad.
Say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and
I like that.
Is this what part is for exciting new content?
Wouldn't you want to unlock all the rest of the DLC, narrator?
There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Some gacha DLC in a Stanley Parable.
You could put that on the box.
I wonder if they reference that somewhere.
Deluxe, now with over 1,000
I actually don't know if there is gacha stuff in here.
Oh wait,
there's more. Very good.
Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh my god, is that it?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No. I always say no. No, it's good. Psst, Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Take a look.
I call it
This memory zone.
It's where I've been storing
That's
all
not
my
softlock this
favorite
time.
memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
You see,
Please, Stanley,
doesn't the
memory zone remind you how wonderful the Stanley Parable was?
Is where I keep reviews of
That
the
was
Stanley
fast.
Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
That was
James
actually a
Stephanie
little
Sterling
fast.
writes, and
Cool.
I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A
lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. And dialogue trigger.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The
It
game
seems to be
was
like
perfect.
really getting a little extra high.
It didn't need
Interesting.
anything else. It didn't need
New content.
It just needed
to be left alone.
To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed
Halls
halls of
of
beloved
beloved
video
video
game
game
memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Wait, what's this? A softlock? Oh no! Let's see. Nope, I jumped too early, I think. Here we go. Oh, yes!
I could not
Nailed
be
it!
bothered to play this game to full completion. The
The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny.
with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Unfunny?
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good,
Okay, gotta focus.
for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast.
Oh, I hate that
Preachy?
so much.
Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
Shit!
Tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear. What an awful
That's a
name
shame.
to have to hold on to.
That's
These
a real
black marks on
shame.
my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Hello, Gene. How you
Like I had these people
doing?
What's this one got to say?
Oh yeah, that one's actually a real Steam achievement, just like all the others. I'm gonna see if I can set it as like the wallpaper during my UKSG run, because we need to quit out of the game.
A skip button.
I think that would be fun.
A skip button. Well,
That's good. That's good that you're doing good. I'm also doing pretty good. I'm jumping. I'm walking on water, you know. This makes sense.
Surely it couldn't hurt.
Water needs collision, of course.
We can strike these negative reviews from the record.
You got any fun weekend plans? Ooh, that's loud. That is so fucking loud.
I'd do anything for the customers.
And skip. Oh, no rain. Okay. Sometimes if you're like a little too fast, you can get these rain particles. I'm rambling monologue. And we skip.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch
Ooh,
me
nice retro
on,
achievements.
didn't you?
That sounds
But
fun.
That's the power of the button.
I still have to like do Patapon for retro achievements, so I wanted to do that.
Okay,
And then I was like,
Stanley. Now I should say that the amount
I could
of time
continue
the button
that,
has been
like,
skipping
but I'm also
through is becoming
lazy
longer
and
longer.
I
That
guess,
last
you know, I
one
have
was, well,
stuff to
I
do.
want to say maybe 30, 45.
Like, I mean, I could easily just make time for it. I'm just lazy.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been
12 hours. Oh my god.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but
Yeah, let's see how long I can get.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Fair indeed. Fair
oh,
indeed.
My goodness, I have someone to talk to again.
Aw, poor
Stanley,
narrator.
I think it's been a week.
Yep, it's been a week. It's Friday. It's weekend. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Hello, it's you. You're again. Welcome.
I have had time to think about you and about...
Yep, have some more time to think. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Is never the end, 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 is... Oh my god. I am so sorry for this sound. I hope that me speaking over it is what making it better, worse. I cannot think the end.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes?
Where are the jokes? They bemoan.
They
gnashed their teeth and should entertain us. I thought I heard some water dropping. Interesting. Come on. Come on, come on. Oh, the end is never the end, 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 is never the end. Exactly, where are the jokes? I don't see any jokes here. You know, the Stanley Parable is the most serious game ever that is definitely not being broken by going out of bounds. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's completely fine. And go! Ooh, daylight. And a fly. Ugh. Don't like that sound. That is way too close to my ears. Ooh, yes! Touch grass. There we go. I have done my grass touching for today. Oh, there we go. Aw, now it's all patched up again. There. Need to position myself properly so I can actually do the next trick. Ooh, spooky sounds. I wonder what's gonna happen. Come on. Go. There you go, and now we just hold buttons and trigger. My favorite part of the entire game, where even though the building is crooked, the shadows are straight down if you tilt your head, and the sun is over there. Such a good joke. Or, you know, just a collision on this building. It's also pretty funny that there's just like a wall, and like I'm definitely over the building. And oop, and now I'm in the ceilings and many more. It's fun. Just climb and stuff like that. And I know dinner's ready. You don't have to call me. You didn't give me. Oh, did I just clip in the wall? I think I just clipped into the wall, and that's fine.
All of this
Let's go because we're gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Let's do this. I can't pick up now. I know. Oh, I jumped. Well, there's one less jump.
You see, Stanley,
I blame my
I've
family
been
distracting
reflecting on
me.
the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one
step even further, which is why I am very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2. So beautiful. It's the most beautiful Stanley Parable ever, you know.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new.
Such a beautiful game logo as well.
A fully-fledged sequel, an entirely new experience
built from the ground up.
Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
Here we go, little
take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts,
that was a little bit of a late jump.
The game will sort of naturally spring up
around
Calling
them.
it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Ultra Deluxe?
What does it even mean?
I don't have a British accent.
Stanley Parable 2. Now that's an artistic statement, right? Oh goodness, Stanley, this is very awkward. I hate to do this. No? You're just going to ignore my advice? Fine. No fun new content for you.
That was 2 jumps.
You're the one
That's
who
fine.
spent money on this game.
Be careful on the railing, because I cannot crouch jump for the life of me.
So, what do you think?
Oh my god.
Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly
It's always
clear yet
scary
how
to do that.
These features will come together as one single coherent video game, but
It's like
I can feel it in my soul.
one misjump and you're down on a pit, and you can reset the run.
Good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Yes, let's do a little bit of an experiment.
These new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a
say?
meaningful gameplay experience.
25. That is fine with me.
Okay. Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay.
I love how the dialogue just matches up. Oh shit! I already got it collected.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything
now
to create
we
a sequel
wait.
that would capture all the
and we
magic
probably
of
have
the
the hosts
first
read
game.
out a lot of donations.
Fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, This
is the Stanley Parable 2.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay, it's easier to just do this in RTA. That is not... Come on, there we go. That is not worth to do RTA. That is IGT strats.
Stanley decided
I had to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. You know what I kept forgetting for the longest time while doing this? We can still jump.
To a set of 2 open doors. He entered
and there is no jump circle loaded in. So that literally means you can jump on the table
person here either. Feeling
and go diagonal.
Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Oh, I already. Oh, fuck yes!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Where am I? Oh, cool, perfect.
Stepping into his manager's office,
You know, it's almost
Stanley was once
teleporting.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned
as
it
an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
But a bit incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code
I share. Oh,
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
there you go. Begin the game again. Boing.
All of his co-workers
Because we're gone. What could it
mean?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, for fuck's sake. No. No! Oh. Oh, game.
Stanley came to a set of two.
Why do you do this to me?
The correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Oh, that's gonna
just to
become a
admire
short.
it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager
Eager
to get back to business,
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Stanley was so bad
At
at
following directions. It's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Get ready. Let's go.
Stanley decided to go to the
Meeting room
to check on his
co-workers.
He
Ooh.
never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude
What's
was
up,
terrifying
Dumpling?
to him. When Stanley
Not
came to a
much.
set of two
Just,
open doors,
you know,
this was not
speedrunning.
the correct way
Yeah,
to the
that's
meeting
why there's a
room, and
timer.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by
We
the
are
employee
speedrunning
lounge
the most
first, just to
unspeedrunnable
admire
game
it.
in the existence of
The lounge
speedrunning.
was sublime, a work of art. But
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. How do you speedrun this? Well, so there's like
Stanley was
WASD,
so bad at following
and then you just start jumping all over the place and go out of bounds. This is just the N percent round, so we're currently collecting the collectibles. Nope,
I'm not sure.
any percent.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing
Any
in
percent
trust
according
with
to
someone
the
else
leaderboard
is
rules.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been a.
There we go. That was a very risky jump, just like half a second earlier, and I'll fall down.
Consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want
No, the
something
speedrun
bad
is
to happen
about
to you?
40
Well,
minutes.
I don't know how to convince you.
The
of this,
goal
but
is to
I
go to the
really
epilogue.
do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
And now we begin the game again. So after we've gone to the epilogue, press space to jump.
Stanley, I'm sorry.
Well,
but I
don't
have to
mind
play
if I
calls.
do.
It's just
Epilogue,
it's
yes.
those figurines.
This is the Stanley
Those
Parable
figures.
Ultra Deluxe sent as an
I haven't
epilogue.
stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just
You
the most
you basically
intrinsically
unlock that by
fulfilling
doing
moment
all of
your
the questions and
entire
rebooting
life?
the game like
Didn't it
100
fill you to
times.
the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story. but
Also,
would
if I-
please
oh,
indulge
there you go.
me with one more trip
If
back
I
to
moved a little bit too
Nebulo's
fast, I would have gone.
I would love nothing more than
They
to
would have gotten
revisit the
stuck.
figurines.
I have tried that in the past. Now remembering the Stanley Parable. Oh, it probably is a Dark Souls location.
Here's where it all began.
The Stanley Parable is
The
really
first
meta.
collectible.
It's
Back
like
then, we had
meta
no
before
idea
meta
how
was
many of
popular.
them we'd find. Sure, it said 6
Right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Yeah, how could we know for certain? Like, you know, for example,
this is
grabbing
so
7 out of
weak.
6.
I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let
Yep.
alone 6. But you continue to
That's the
surprise
joke,
me
'cause
in all
most people
sorts of
don't expect-
mundane, unremarkable ways.
Sorry, the longing.
Okay.
Honestly,
let's do
like,
a little quiz.
any
Which of these rooms
a
was
game
the
that is, like,
room
not
you found your
speedrunnable,
third mini stand?
I would
You
say it's like
remember?
super linear games. So for example, here's where we're gonna sequence break. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no. No, uh-oh. Come on. Oh, okay, okay. We can't mess up now because we're out of jumps. That's fine. Go back here, and there we go!
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink.
So normally I would jump over here, but I just
can't actually
exhausted
say I
all my
remember
jumps.
being in this room, but it's here in
So we're
the
gonna do
memory
this.
zone, so it must have happened. This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so
300
clearly.
days? Oh my
In
god.
fact, because this one is
how do
particularly
you...
special to me,
I mean, you
made
could
a
probably
little
change your
video
system
to
time.
commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Ba, 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 ba. Hell yeah. Ba, ba, ba. All the things you expect to see in a Stanley Parable speedrun is not jumping out of bounds? Of course it is jumping out of bounds. It's the most Stanley Parable thing you can do. I know, right? We were there, Gene. But yes, jumping in a Stanley's Parable, where there's an achievement for not being able to jump, is the most Stanley Parable thing you can do. Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 bow. Bow, da, bow, da, bow.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Ah, yes, 8 minutes is a long time. Haha, haha. Okay, chat, red or blue door?
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue
red door, right?
This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was
The
the
wall.
one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes,
That's all of them. They're all collected.
It was a
Hello,
moment
Rev. How
unlike
you
any
doing?
other, except for the other moments picking up figurines,
Which
it
was do the
exactly
purple.
like.
Okay.
And then there was no more.
Look, it's the
because
past.
we've caught up to the present moment.
Was there a purple door?
Nothing left to do but move onward into the future.
You doing okay? That's good. Okay, goodbye, memory zone. I know the pink room is my favorite. Like, it's my second favorite next to the broom closet ending. What?
No, I'm not done.
What?
I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen.
Huh?
Isn't there some way we
Huh?
can stay here,
Huh?
keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do
Sure.
the memory zone
Blue
again
door.
from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is
the most distinct and clear in my mind.
Let's keep going, I want more. And
Yes, of
here's
course.
where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
I remember the video. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Yes, I love that video.
I do like indie games, yes.
Still don't remember.
I haven't played a lot of
Still
them.
no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid
But you
room.
know, Pokemon is my favorite indie game. Pokemon's not an indie game.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted
idle
the
games.
intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very
Idle
glad
games.
we resisted the temptation.
Wow,
This one-
I cannot read today. No, I don't actually play idle games. It's a shame I can't jump anymore.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember?
And we're losing
Yes, I
time
think
now because I wasted
too.
my jumps.
The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? This is it. The very
Nah.
first one we
Nah,
found
idle games are
in
not
the
for me,
exhibit
'cause, you
where I
know-
introduced you to the Figlerine.
Nah.
Oh, I want more memories.
Disagree.
Stanley. I want to keep going.
Idle
What
games
else
just
is there?
waste
What
system
came
resources.
Before this?
Oh no!
It's the terrible
0
new
jumps
content that
remaining.
we were originally sold on.
I remember hating it back then.
But time does. Oh yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that?
Classic memory.
Yeah. You didn't hear me? No, I don't play idle games.
And before everything else, there was your office.
My setup is so jank right now. I don't even know what the stream hears.
Was there something that came before?
Okay, let's get ready to.
There's something I feel I can remember.
I don't need help. I just need my stuff to get my stuff back from the RMA department.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness.
Boom! And now we have closed the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I know, I've played this game for a bit. And now we just wait for the game to reboot. Okay, get ready to set the time. Do everyone know what the time is? Because the time is 11:59. That's the time. No arguing about it. I also do not know that game. There's so many indie games, you know. I like Indigo Park. That's really cool. And now we're gonna reboot the game again. The fact that, I mean, I don't really care if a game is free or not. Like, if a game is shit, I'll just refund it. My phone is vibrating like crazy. It's currently 11:58. I don't know who that is. But I think how accurate it's fine. What actually is going on? Are you vibrating? What the fuck is happening? My phone is randomly vibrating for no reason. I am gonna reboot it. What the fuck is happening? Okay, I don't know so many people, but hello Dylan, how you doing? I think Discord doesn't like it when you yeah, the cats and dogs are already friends. That is the number 9. That's fine. That's doing good. It's Ocuboinkle. No comment. No. Yeah, I can see why he muted you. What is time anyway? Yes, there's a lot of me I haven't told. Ooh. Help! No. Will you come back to visit me? No. Yeah, okay, I had to reboot one last time after that. I mean, you're advertising games in different streamers. That is not okay. Developed by Crows. Cool. What time is it? So we are rebooting, Dylan, to unlock, to go through all of the questions and go through all of this dialogue. And then we're going to unlock something very special, the epilogue of the game. Oh, we don't know what time it is. That is correct. Some settings are unsettable. No, that's... Wait, video games are not meant to be played alone. I am not alone. I have chat. I'm just spam clicking, by the way, right now. Talk soon, yeah. Epilogue, there we go. Welcome to the Stanley Parable Epilogue. While I enter the passcode to my phone and unlock the sim. Many years later. I'm pretty sure it was Discord that was like fucking with my phone. Because I got called on Discord twice by my sister, presumably to tell me dinner's ready. She told me dinner wouldn't be ready for a long time, so I started a speedrun. Actually, we don't even need to walk. We can literally do nothing here. There's nothing to do. So, you know, we just like walk and stuff and look, ma, no hands. Ooh, a little campfire. Goodbye, campfire. It was so nice to see you. It's so in the distance. Oh my god, it's so... This is definitely going over 37 minutes. Because I got long office and I don't like long office. What is even happening right now? Oh, the game is calming down. That's good. Like, if someone knows what this is a reference to. My phone started vibrating again, and I was like, "Don't you start again?" But it luckily did. Oh my god, it's the memory zone! You guys remember the memory zone, right? It would be really weird to lose your memory of the memory zone. We saw that like 10 minutes ago. Or 20 minutes ago. You see it a couple times. Stanley Parable 2. Brain go brr. Wow, look at this, how beautiful. And there's like Cookie 9's blog. Cool, nobody cares about Cookie 9. The Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels, no more...
Jim.
See, these buttons don't make any sense if you haven't like done anything. Honk. Oh my god. Also, these things are fun, they have collision, so I need to grab it. Jim. Don't worry, I'll bring in I'll bring like a physical button to UKSG, Gene. Go. Yeah. Now we're gonna get close to 38. Hello again! It's nice to see you. It was like what was it? I am 8-bit merch. So I have like a button and I have a Figley that I'm gonna bring to UKSG. Oh no, it's not hard. We're gonna make the Stanley Parable 3. Ooh. Okay. No more sequel. Yes. Perfect. Let's do it. And this is how you get the test achievements that you please need to ignore. So, achievement machine fixed. Yada. This is just so many spam clicks. Alrighty. Please hit the current time. It's 12 and... Thank you. And time. 38:26. That is good. That is actually pretty good. Thank you for the GGs. And this is usually where I go into like settings, change to the Stanley Parable 8, and then, because you know, we have this whole thing. And so if you change to the Stanley Parable 8, there's another Easter egg that you get when loading back into the game. That's all I'm gonna say, because dinner is ready. Oh, I fixed the stuff. Woo! Wait, can I do this? Nice! I like being able to play around with OBS and stuff, but thank you all so much for stopping by for the stream. I might do another round of Stanley Parable shenanigans after stream. This is fine! Yeah, see you all maybe after I had dinner.